So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to this very, very special night, a special night of celebration, honoring, recognizing our colleagues of the members of the Freeport family. I know none of us expected that we would be celebrating your retirement, your wonderful years of service remotely. Uh, but thank you for joining us this evening. I've really had the opportunity to be able uh, to say hello to you, meet you in person in various buildings in the recent days. Um, Before I further go, I really like to recognize the members of our esteemed Board of Education who have joined here. President Ernest Kite. We have Vice President Wilma Lancaster. We have Trustee Maria Judanavalam. Soon we'll have Trustee Gabriela Castillo and Trustee Ellerby joining us. So tonight is a very special night. You know, it's all about you, and it's my privilege to say a few words, a few things this evening. So tonight we have 40 change makers, 40 change makers of Freeport Schools family with a total of 928 years of service, rich experience, and I'm extremely grateful for the role that each one of you played throughout the years, each one of you in your very unique way. So we are celebrating your leadership, your service, your commitment and dedication to our students, our schools, public education, and certainly our community. So it is bittersweet as I think of the tremendous impact you have made on the lives of our children, not only in Freeport, but uh, in many other ways, students of rest of the county, and most of all of us here as your colleagues. We are happy for you and thankful for all your years of outstanding contribution to the organization goals. Most importantly, shaping the futures of young minds and hearts. Your influence over our students has made them the success they are today and the success they will be in the future. And especially the last 12 weeks have been extraordinarily challenging for you, for our students, and for our families. And you have gone way beyond the call of duty to be there for our students, not only meeting their academic needs, but also their social emotional needs. So thank you for not only all your years of service to Freeport children and especially in the last 12 weeks. Personally, I envy you all. Uh, some of us, myself, my colleagues who are here, we still have a long way to go for retirement. And certainly, you don't have to worry about e-learning, perhaps. You don't have to worry about ESSA, AYP, APPR, IDEA, DDI, DI, NWEA, SEL, DASA, IDK, RTI, LRE, and so on. So we thank you for all the great things that you have accomplished here. And indeed, you helped put in place the very foundations that have made this organization such a success. The district will be somewhat emptier without you. We will miss your professional expertise, personal touch, and your friendship. But I hope that you will come to visit often and lift our spirits. It's not possible to measure what each one of you meant to our organization, and you are absolutely leaving a lasting legacy with many giant steps that you have taken. Please remember the best part of your life is just beginning. There's life after retirement, and I know, and you know it, and it is better. Best wishes as you begin your careers as retirees. So, change makers, let new days be adventurous, healthy, happy, and everything beyond your expectations. So, congratulations and best wishes to each and every one of you. And I'm going to do something, and I'm going to ask my colleagues, our principal colleagues and cabinet colleagues, and the board who are here, and the family members who are viewing from the homes, and many of our colleagues who are also viewing from live on YouTube channel. May I ask all of you, let's stand and give a standing ovation to our amazing 40 colleagues, please. Thank you. So at this time, I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Roberts to continue the celebration for the evening. Mr. Roberts.
Great. Thank you very much, Dr. Kuncham. It's a hard act to follow, obviously. My tremendous respect to all of our, prior to the meeting, I had the opportunity to get to see some of the retirees for the first time, actually face to face. For my position here in the central office, I get to see everyone's name occasionally coming through the personnel office, but to actually interact with our retirees, to see the joy on their face of their distinguished careers as they celebrate the service to the district, to our students, and to the Freeport community is truly a blessing. So kudos to our retirees. You deserve all of the accolades. You deserve the celebration this evening. It's probably not the celebration you envisioned many years ago when you looked at your career and probably were thinking of retirement celebrations. Do that soon, at different times, and also different recognitions. But it truly is a blessing to speak to all of the retirees and the Board of Education in terms of the great service that has been given to our students and the Freeport schools. So I'm extremely humbled. I can tell you, getting the chance to meet several of our honored guests throughout the year as they came in and had different questions with the personnel office and prepared for retirement, I can see that they are truly going to miss our students. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to our principals to help me in the celebration. We're going to go school by school to honor and recognize our retirees and to allow them to hear some of the kudos from their building administrators. At this time, I'd love to turn it over to Ms. Paula Lynn from Archer School.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. It's an honor tonight to be here to recognize Barbara Crespi. She began her tenure in Freeport in September 1999. It was the year before I came. And over the past 21 years, she has taught both first and second grades. But her impact on our students, both past and present, has been undeniable. She is competent, caring, and intelligent. Couple these qualities with an unending amount of energy and high set of standards. And you have a person who has been a driving force in our school community, supporting her students' well-being and fostering an open and honest homeschool partnership has been a key to her success, as exemplified by her long-standing commitment to the site-based advisory board committee. In addition, Barbara has initiated a number of innovative programs for our school. She introduced, in collaboration with Operation Splash, the adopted storm drain program, which led the development of the STEAM curriculum for the second grade at Archer. She also developed a unbelievable, beautiful milkweed butterfly garden. The garden has provided our students the ability to use the outdoors as an extension of the classroom throughout all seasons. And Barbara, you're gonna have to come back and take care of that. We're all counting on you because it's really such a special place. Barbara's a team player, and she's always been there for her colleagues to share ideas. So take time out of a busy day to support someone in need. She's a person who will certainly be sorely missed, and she has left a lasting impression on the Archer Street family. As her new journey begins, Barbara will continue her lifelong learning. She plans on traveling, hiking in state parks, bird watching, which she started me on, and taking courses and classes. Personal note, she will be spending quality time with friends, her husband, Paul, and two beautiful daughters, and best of all, her grandson, Bennett. Congratulations, Barbara. You deserve everything. Health, happiness, and peace. And applauding for Barbara, because I know we're not in person, but Barbara.
Thank you very much, Paula.
Mr. Rock, you're very welcome. You're going to be really missed by everyone.
Thank you.
I guess I'll continue. I don't know.
Yes, Miss Lynn, continue.
Yeah, I'll continue. Pat Rudolph was here. She was here all the way from Colorado by very easy. She didn't have to take a plane ride, but she's watching her grandson and he started to cry. She had to go feed him. So I'm going to speak about her and hopefully she can hear me. Pat Rudolph began her career in Freeport and Columbus, and then moved over to Carolyn G. Atkinson in 2005. But in September 2013, we were lucky enough to have her come over to us at Archer. She started out as a third grade teacher, but ended her career, a first grade teacher, but ended her career as a third grade teacher. She's dedicated herself to the education of her students her entire time in the Freeport School District. When you entered Pat's classroom, you were immediately overcome with the feeling of mutual respect between teacher and students. Each pupil was treated as an individual whose strengths were noted and expanded upon, and whose weaknesses were challenged to the point of becoming strengths. Her lessons were carefully planned, not only to correspond to the required curriculum, but also to lead students on a path of inquiry, discovery, evaluation, and personal growth. Her commitment to the students was clearly evident. Pat begins her retirement with a move to her beautiful home in Colorado to be with her daughter and son-in-law and her new grandson. Patience and best wishes, Pat. Enjoy, be healthy, and I wish you peace.
Right.
Thank you very much, Ms. Lynn. I apologize, I'm having some technical issues on my end.
Mr.
At this
Roberts,
time, yes.
can we show Pat Rudolph? I know you had the picture come up, or her screen can be highlighted. And also, I think, the transmission, there's an echo, and also Miss Lynn, we could not, it was breaking up, it was not clear. And I heard it was the same on the YouTube. If there's anything we can do.
Okay, let me wait. I'll work on that, Dr. Hudson.
This is what my brother saying.
Dr. Hudson, is my audio picked up?
Yeah, I think it's clear now as far as yours. Yeah. Yes, please proceed. Okay, if you're ready.
Okay, I apologize. I'm back, Dr. Cunningham. There's little technical difficulties. If I could just, I apologize. I missed some of the presentation because of the lack of internet that occurred. So I apologize. If you want to just catch me up where we are, and I will invite the next presentee and then make any necessary corrections.
Yeah, Miss Lynn finished. If you're able to bring Patrice Rudolph for a few seconds on the screen, that will be great.
Thanks, Patrice.
Paula, Patrice is on, right? She has joined us this evening.
She was on she waited as long as she could. The baby
Okay.
started to cry. She was
Right.
watching her grandson.
Okay, thank you.
I had to go feed him. And she sent me a text apologizing that she had to, but babies don't wait.
That's perfectly fine. You know, so Ben, please proceed with the next school.
Thank you, Dr. Kutchum. So I apologize for the technical issues. This time I'd like to have our Bayview principal, Miss Mary Gargiulo, present for Bayview, please.
Good evening, everyone, and congratulations to all the retirees. Mary Cox is the first retiree I am going to recognize this evening. I don't see her on the meet, but I do know that she had expected to be here, so I'd like to say a few words. Mary Cox has been a food service worker in Freeport for the last 14 years. She's incredibly thoughtful and she's an amazingly loving person. I just today, she actually came in to pick up her plaque and she said how very much she had loved her job. And I hope her retirement never looked better on anyone. She looks incredible. We promised that we would do something once we are back in session, and she certainly said that she would come back and join us. Upon her retirement, she's looking to spend more time with her family, her grandchildren, and her great grandchildren. So, Mary Cox, we are thrilled that you had the time to spend with us, and we thank you so very much for your service to the students of Freeport. It's now my great pleasure to recognize Renee Sandler, and Renee is here with us this evening. Renee Sandler came to Freeport after a career in business. She began as a one-to-one part-time teaching assistant and then became a full-time teaching assistant at Columbus. Renee then transferred to Bayview Avenue School. Renee is an incredible role model for students. She sets very high expectations and she always has a kind word. You will never hear her say anything but a kind word to a child. Whenever she's working with a group of students, you know they're getting the very best. As a matter of
Mr.
fact,
Roberts, Ms. Gargiulo, I don't think we can hear you.
To tell me about her retirement
Yes?
in just a few weeks. Not at all. Is that any better?
Yes, a little bit better, Mary.
But not much better?
Right now you're good.
I can hear you fine.
Right now you're good.
All right. Do you mind if I start over with Ms. Sandler since she is here and I want to make sure that she heard what we had to say? Renee, can you hear me? I can see you.
Yes. Thank you for the kind words. I enjoyed all the years that I spent in Freeport. It was very rewarding for me. Thank you.
And thank you, sweetheart. You know, you have an incredible sense of humor. And I know that you're very much loved and you love being a mom and a grandmother. And like I mentioned to Mary today, please come back and join us for some special recognition once we're back in the building.
Thank you.
Retiree that I am going to recognize is Mr. James Taylor. we lost Jimmy a few months ago, and this evening I'm so grateful that his lovely wife Karen is here with us. Mr. James Taylor will always be remembered as the head custodian of Bayview Avenue School. He began his career at Freeport High School and served over 20 years as a Freeport employee. But Jimmy will be more affectionately remembered as one of the most thoughtful, protective, helpful, and caring individuals who have graced Freeport schools. Anyone who knows Jimmy knows how meticulous he was with his paperwork and organizational skills. No one could live up to that. But his many talents didn't stop there. He was an amazing cook, and he shared so many of his special treats with Freeport family members as well as Bayview family members. And by family members, I mean the staff. He was an incredible man, and he was very captivating whenever you had a conversation with him. He was most proud, I think, recently of his recently acquired cat. There's no doubt that Mr. Taylor was loved and loved Freeport very much. On a personal note, I only knew Jimmy for about 2 years, but I felt like I knew him for a lifetime. I apologize. He was like a surrogate father to me and to many of our staff members. It's been a privilege and an honor knowing him, and we enjoyed his kindness, his antics, and his wisdom. He's survived by his adoring wife, Karen, and their 2 children, Alicia and Jay, and of course his babies, the Yorkies. May we all remember Jimmy and his words of wisdom and his humor that he had at his heart. And thank you again, Mrs. Taylor, for joining us. He will genuinely be missed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right. Thank you very much, Ms. Gargiulo. At this time, I'd like to invite Ms. Dr. Amarosha from Columbus to speak on her retirees, please.
Good evening. I'm going to start with Carmen Curran. Carmen Curran has been a Freeport resident for nearly 40 years. Should I stop, Mr. Roberts? Or should I continue?
I think you should go ahead and continue.
Okay, good to go. Where she raised her 4 children and remains a proud resident. Even when her children were students and she was an active PTA parent, Carmen began her official Freeport Schools career in 1993, initially as a classroom assistant. Over the year, she assisted several teachers who then became good friends. Always the linguist, when she was asked to serve as a district-wide translator, she accepted the challenge. She enjoyed the opportunity to work with many of Freeport's elementary educators, but most of all, making sure that the Spanish-speaking community received the same message consistent with the English speakers. Carmen will look forward to enjoying retirement along with her husband and is proud that her daughter, Patricia, will continue the family tradition as an ENL teacher at Bayview Avenue School. Thank you, Carmen. Thank you, my friend. Thank you for well done. Carmen Curran. Our second honoree is Cindy Nicholson, and Cindy's here with us. Thank you, Cindy, for being here with us. Cindy Nicholson started in the Freeport schools in the fall of 1990. She started in the family literacy program at Columbus. While working in the program, she met First Lady Barbara Bush. Then She became permanent sub and then an incredible teacher. The dual language program came and is still now close to her heart. To me, it all started there, Cindy, in room A and B, with a great mentor, you. Cindy worked tirelessly to ensure every one of her students received an excellent education and had all their needs met. Cindy is a leader among her peers. Her colleagues, including myself, will be lost without her guidance. Cindy is married to Tom and is the mother of Jackie and Kelly. The last addition to the family is her beloved grandson, Braden, who soon will be a big brother. So Cindy, isn't that amazing? I started my career with you, and you are ending your career with me. Thank you, Cindy.
Dr. Kunchum.
Thank you, Cindy, for the love, wisdom, and knowledge you have shared with Freeport. Cindy Nicholson.
Thank you, Alma.
Should I continue, Mr. Roberts? I'm not sure if I'm on.
You're on, Alma.
Okay, thank you. That is Janet Silverman, our third honoree tonight. Janet has been teaching in Freeport at Columbus Avenue for 17 years. During those 17 years, she taught in both our self-contained and our ICT programs, where she taught young minds with the passion and love that characterizes who Janet is. Janet has been an incredible mentor to her partners and a great advocate for young students' emotional well-being. She understands that advocating for her students is the path to their future educational achievements. She is a true warrior, addressing and fighting for her students' right to learn, no matter the challenges they face. Janet is married to Jimmy and is the proud mother of Lauren and Adam. Her life at home is rich in love, as she is the tender grandmother of Owen, Sadie, and Will. Go free, Janet. Go and enjoy the time you have earned. You have enlightened many young minds. It is time for you to enjoy your other passion, your family, Janet. Thank you, Janet, my friend, for giving us all your wisdom all these years. Janet Silverman. Thank you, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, Alma. Thank you so much for your kind words. And thank you to the Freeport School District. You always will have a special place in my heart.
Ms. Bodani, are you with us? If you have, sorry,
yes, I'm
muted. Thank you so much.
I'm unmuted. I was waiting for you to tell me to come on.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Are we okay? Okay. Good evening, everyone. It's my real pleasure to be here this evening. I have 3 retirees in my building, 2 of which actually came on together, and like Thelma and Louise. And it is fitting that they are together because they actually were roommates in college, and now they're retiring at the same time. I will start with, and behave yourselves. I will, I will begin with Lori. Lori Downing is a reading teacher at Giblin. She has an undergrad degree in English with teaching and certification 7 through 12, and she has a master's in reading from Queens College. In 1984, she began teaching at Queens Vocational High School and served as a reading coordinator for several years before coming to Freeport as a reading teacher in 1997. Lori has worked at Giblin for 18 years of her 22 years in Freeport. 2 years were spent at Dodd and 2 years at Freeport High School. And then she begged to come back to the earlier grades where she is phenomenal with her students. She's been an advocate for her kids, and she is so concerned for them both in and outside of the classroom. She's always worked to create a safe environment for them, and she empowers her children to do their best and make mistakes and learn from them. Lori is kind and friendly colleague who you can always depend on. She's always loved reading and learning from her colleagues and looks for ways to get books in the hands of her students. Lori has collected thousands of books for our students from book fairies, and they were distributed to the children to take home. Lori is frequently found at school events, supporting the students and the school. She was awarded the Mary Johnson Award at Giblin in 2013 on International Day for her unwavering support of her students. Lori is looking forward to spending time with her handsome husband, Tom, who is standing behind her, and their 2 beautiful children, Allie and Zach. We congratulate Lori for her years of dedication to and service to the Freeport School District, and we wish her retirement filled with happiness and health. Lori, you will truly be missed at Giblin, and I love spending time with you. And sitting next to Lori is Sue Wanzelak, which many of you may know. Sue Wanzelak is the epitome of a dedicated teacher. She received her bachelor's degree from SUNY Oswego and her master's degree in reading from Queens College. She also has her ENL certification. She has worked in the Freeport schools for 34 years, 8 of them at Atkinson, and for the past 22 years, teaching 3rd and 4th grade at Giblin. As a veteran teacher, she's always given her job, her heart and soul. It is evident by the letters and visits that she receives from all of her former students year after year. During her tenure at Giblin, she was one of the founding members of the Field Day Committee. She taught extended day and enrichment clubs. She's organized in-school field trips, journeys to American Indian Territory. She received Founders Day Award in 2015-16 and was awarded the Mary Johnson Award at Giblin International Luncheon. In addition, Sue is a fixture at all after-school and evening events, and she is involved with every concert, bingo night, history, month celebration, peace concert. These 2 are always both there. While we know how much she loves teaching, we also know how much she will enjoy retirement. I'm pretty sure that Monday afternoon you will be on your way to Montauk. She will be retiring with her husband, Jim, who also taught in the Freeport schools, and she'll enjoy their beautiful daughters, Jamie and Christy, as well in the future. They will be spending much of their time in Montauk and enjoying the sun, sand, waves. And in addition, she will be very busy planning a wedding for her daughter, Jamie, who is getting married in October 2021. Sue always knew her passion was teaching, and she leaves her legacy with all those who were lucky enough to know her. We will miss so many things about Sue, seeing her car, walking blindly to your car at 9 o'clock, your brownies for every birthday. Your smile is infectious, and we will truly miss you, and we wish you a happy retirement filled with health and good times with Louise, Alma and Louise. Congratulations, Sue. I don't believe Laureen is here. I haven't seen her, but Laureen she works for the food service department, and she started in 1991, and she worked at Freeport High for a year.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Where are you, Laureen?
I'm here.
Okay, that's the laugh I want. We're looking for you. Can we find Laureen? All right, are you listening, Laureen?
Yes.
Okay, Laureen began working for Freeport Public Schools Food Service Department in 1991. There you are, hello. She worked at Freeport High School for 1 year, at Archer Street for 6 years, and the rest of the time at Giblin School. Laureen is kind and friendly coworker who makes the Giblin kitchen come alive. You hear her smiling, her laugh, and she arrives to school every morning after her long journey by bus, by taxi, and on foot. Laureen has a great sense of humor. She likes to joke around and make everyone around her laugh. She can also get tough when she wants the children to eat the food in front of them. Laureen is very proud of her family and loves to share pictures with her colleagues. She has a son and a daughter, 8 grandchildren, 1 great-grandchild, and another great-grandchild on the way. She enjoys having her grandchildren visit her and cooking for them. Laureen always loves to travel to Florida to see her family wherever she can. She loves to play lotto and talk about her favorite stories on television. She is the life of the party at any staff celebration. She can dance like nobody's business. She dresses to kill, and she will steal the show on the dance floor. Her close colleagues agree that Laureen is a key part of the Giblin team and family, and she will leave an irreplaceable void in their hearts when she leaves. We wish her all the best in her well-deserved retirement. Congratulations, Laureen.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Muldowney. At this time, we would like to invite Ms. Connie Malcolm Grant to speak on our New Visions retirees.
Good evening, everyone. My first retiree is Sue Lemke, who also, as in Mary Gardula, she passed away early this year as well. Sue Lemke began her career in the Freeport Public Schools in October 2001. She began as a food service worker in Archer Street and Atkinson, and was then transferred to New Visions Elementary School. Ms. Lemke enjoyed cooking food and making the students happy. She would often say, "I would do anything for the kids, they are my heart." In April 2012, she was appointed as the head cook for New Visions School. Ms. Lemke loved the job and was passionate about what she did. Ms. Lemke was blessed to have 2 sons and a daughter, whom she loved and cherished deeply. She was also blessed to have 3 beautiful grandchildren. Ms. Lemke often spent her time singing, dancing, and just having fun with her family. She retired from Freeport Public Schools in January of 2020. She is survived by her children and grandchildren. It was a privilege to know Susan Lemke. She will always be in our hearts and will truly be missed by the New Visions family. I'm not sure if there's a family member on. We'll miss you, Sue. Our next retiree is Kelly Tavolacci. Kelly Tavolacci began her career teaching at the Columbus Avenue School in 1986. She taught pre-K for 25 years and was known for creating a nurturing and loving environment where her students could thrive. In 2011, Kelly was transferred to New Visions Elementary School, where she embarked upon the second part of her teaching career. Kelly taught with her co-teacher, Diana Lanzetta, for 8 years at New Visions School and continued to grow as an educator and a person. She also began to perfect her craft of differentiated instruction for all students. Kelly stated that one of her proudest accomplishments was introducing Girls on the Run, a program promoting positive self-image and building compassion in young girls. All of the schools, Kelly, you'll be happy to know that elementary schools now participate in Girls on the Run. Kelly has always had the love for learning and obtained 50 postgraduate credits in only 1 year. Her philosophy has always been to give children a love of learning and a thirst for knowledge. Over the past 34 years, Kelly has touched the lives of over 1,000 students and their families, including children and grandchildren of staff members. Kelly stated the following: "I am truly grateful to have had such an amazing teaching experience these past 34 years in Freeport School District. Not only have I been blessed with my own family who supported me throughout the years and her career, I was also blessed to be a part of Columbus Avenue and New Vision's family. I would like to thank my incredible administrators and colleagues who have made a lasting impact on my life and will truly be missed. Finally, I would like to thank all the parents for allowing me to be a part of their amazing children's lives. I am looking forward to starting the next chapter of my life with my 3 amazing children, Michael, Dylan, and Lauren, along with my wonderful husband, John. Congratulations, Kelly Tavolacci. You will truly, truly be missed by your Columbus family and especially your New Visions family. We love you.
You too. Thank you, Connie.
Thank you, John.
You only have to make an appearance. Thank you.
We love you.
Love you too.
Thank you very much, Ms. Malcolm Grant. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Fee to represent our Atkinson retirees.
Good evening. How is everybody? On behalf of the administration of Atkinson, we have a number of people to recognize this evening, so I'll do the best I can to be timely. First, there's Darlene Judge. Unfortunately, she's unable to be with us tonight. However, Ms. Judge has been a special education resource room teacher at Atkinson for many years. She came here after a brief time working at Dodd Middle School. While at Atkinson, she has served in a variety of roles. She has been a pull-out resource room teacher, a push-in resource room, and was also the lead teacher for special education. In each situation, she provided support and guidance to the students in her charge. As a Freeport resident, she has given all to the children of our community. A colleague, Chrissy Schwartz, who worked closely with Darlene, had this to say about her: "I was so grateful for her support and friendship. It was like I was floating in the ocean and Darlene came in with a life preserver. Whenever she pushed into my room to service her resource room students, I welcomed her with open arms. She didn't just limit her assistance to her assigned kids. She became a true part of my class community, the good, the bad, and sometimes the ugly. She never hesitated to jump into our class discussions or assist me by scribing on a smartboard during a class chat, all while helping the kids who needed her the most. She was a true advocate for the kids, and I admire her for always pushing them to do their best. I am sure all teachers who had the opportunity to work with Darlene will express similar sentiments. Darlene was an asset to the kids of Freeport for so many years and a true blessing to all who crossed her path. Best of luck in your next chapter of life, Darlene Judge." Next, we have Thea Gauss. Thea Gauss is a woman of many hats. She started her career as a legal assistant prior to coming to the Freeport School District. She began as a special education teaching assistant for Atkinson Intermediate School during the fall of 2000. She had such a love for people that she works as a social worker on the side, sharing stories about her clients with others. Thea is a bright light that brings such warmth and love into our school. It will be very different not seeing her in her office wearing the sharpest of outfits. The nursing department is such a warm family that it is bittersweet to see her go. They're happy that she will now enjoy her retirement with her loving husband, but sad they won't get to enjoy her on a daily basis. Mindy Wellen, a nurse at Atkinson, stated, "I've had the pleasure of working with Thea for the past 10 years, and Lorraine has been with us for the last 2 as a full-timer. Thea always lights up the office. She is funny, kind, wonderful with students and staff alike. She is extremely organized in her work skills. Whatever is asked of her is done with great care. She's organized and takes her work very seriously. Never should anyone mess with her emergency cards. She is up for any task and is very busy in the office at all times. Many times she's called to cover the attendance office and a place she handles amazingly well as well. She has allowed our health office to run smooth and efficiently. Most importantly, the 3 in the nurse's office have become more than co-workers. They're like a family. They will miss seeing Thea's smiling face, straight to the point attitude that they have come to love. She's going to be hard to replace. We're so lucky to have her on our team. We will miss and love her. Thea, remember you made Atkinson a better place, and for that we are truly grateful. You'll be missed more than you know. Thank you for your years of service, love, and support. We wish you all the best, and please don't forget about us." Thank you, Thea.
Thank you, and I appreciate that, Mr. Fee, and I will really miss all of you. It's a happy and a sad time, so my love to all of you, and good luck going forward with the school.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yay!
Next, we have Mindy Berman. Mindy has worked at Carolina Atkinson School for 20 years as a teaching assistant. She has worked with students with disabilities and has played a critical part in their success. Her first assignment was with a teacher named Diane Noddy, who is the mother of Russ Noddy in a self-contained classroom setting. She worked for her for several years and then moved to an inclusion room about 5 years ago and then back into a self-contained room. Ironically, she is now with Diane's son, Russ, and followed his mother's footsteps and was assigned to the classroom where he never left. The 2 of them work very closely, side by side. Mindy goes above and beyond the requirements of a teaching assistant. She has provided her students with countless Thanksgiving feasts, donated to families in need, and made sure the students were always taken care of. Mr. Noddy is greatly appreciative that she has been with his class and has expressed countless times how she is his right hand. Mindy is a loving part of our community at large. In class, she would always be seen working with her students in a small group setting. She and Mr. Noddy have a seamless teaching relationship where they both displayed mutual respect for each other and the students. It's evident that Mindy loved her position. It was not a job, but a calling. She's a warm, inviting person and will be missed by all who had the pleasure to work with her. Mindy, we hope that you enjoy your retirement and the next chapter of life. Remember, the door is always open for a return. Thank you for the love and dedication you bestowed upon our community. Let's go, Mets. Thank you, Mindy.
Thank you so much, Mr. Fee. Yes, let's go Mets in 2020. Thank you so much to the Atkinson family that I've been a part of for 20 years and for all your kind words. And it's really been a pleasure to work with each and every one of you. And I thank you so much for all that you've done for me as well. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Take care. Next from Atkinson, we have Loida Chamber Alexis. Loida brought her teaching skills from New York City Public Schools to Atkinson in 2001. She held the position of math specialist for about 10 years, after which she worked as a 5th grade teacher, and in most recent years facilitated a 6th grade integrated co-teaching classroom. Her dedication to the Atkinson students has been evident in her attention to detail, objectivity, high expectations, forthrightness, and material rapport with her students.
What? You know you're a math
Yes.
As a math specialist, Miss Alexis added value to her classroom visits with her rolling cart of math tips, tricks, and resources. New teachers happily received her skills as an asset to their classroom, while seasoned teachers welcomed her instruction for their small group support strategies. She actively participated in a math curriculum development, test preparation, and was never undaunted by any challenges she has faced over the years. She also participated actively as a member of the Black Educators Committee. Loida has always put the students first. She will offer a dedicate her lunchtime to helping students who need help, review work they missed, or just allow students to socialize with their peers in a smaller setting. She can quietly observe each student, pick out their strengths, their favorite activities, and their social skills. Loida truly gets to know the whole of each student. Jen Mandolia, her teaching partner, noted, "Our first week together, she put out several different items on a table and had students try to make a connection to each of these to spark a memory and tell us about themselves. It was an interesting way to learn and to see how each student made a different connection to what appeared to be random objects. Loida goes about teaching math from several different angles with the manipulatives that make students enjoy learning a new topic in an exciting way. She has a manipulative for every topic. The diligence and focus exhibited by Ms. Chambers in and out of the classroom are commendable. Atkinson School is thankful for her contributions to student success. We wish her many wonderful years ahead as she embarks on her journey into retirement. Thank you very much, Loida.
Thank you. I can't tell you, this was long awaited. And I want to thank the whole Freeport community for embracing me. And in retirement, I really look forward to spending time with my 91-year-old mother, which it was very difficult for me to do over the years, and spend time with my sons and go fishing and catch a fish this time because I love fishing. And I just want to thank everyone. I just want to thank everyone for how much you have helped me. When I first came here, I came here from Brooklyn, and the jargon is very different. Everything is very different here from the city. So I'd like to thank Arlene, because she helped me a lot. We both worked in the math department together. And Mr. Fee, Gladys Andrews was there, everyone. Okay, thank you very much. And I wish everyone all the best.
Best of luck, Loida.
Yes.
Okay, next we have Miss Lisa Giuliano. After getting her feet wet teaching at her former elementary school in Brooklyn, Miss Giuliano began her career in Freeport 29 years ago. Her experiences have run the gamut here at Atkinson. She has been a fifth grade teacher and had the honor of teaching DeBrickashaw Ferguson, a former American football offensive tackle who played 10 seasons for the New York Jets in the NFL when he was in fifth grade in her class. She was part of a looping program for many years, bringing the same class from fifth to sixth. That meant she mastered not just one, but 2 full-year curriculums in all subjects and switched back and forth every other year. She took on the job of being building coordinator for the FBA, a job she excelled at because of her honesty, trustworthiness, and excellent rapport with colleagues and administrators. As if she didn't have enough to do, Lisa was also in charge of the Sunshine Committee for the building and volunteered to be part of interview committees for new teachers and many other building-wide events. Most importantly, Ms. Giuliano has served hundreds of Freeport children and their families, always using her sense of humor and creativity to make learning meaningful and fun. She passionately taught genetics and science, culminating with projects in which students used probability to create genetic smiley faces for SpongeBob genetics. Ms. Giuliano's classes will tell you her attempts at drawing SpongeBob really gave new meaning to the phrase, "It's the effort that counts." They loved the way she would poke fun at her own artistic abilities, make them feel that it was okay to have fun and to try their best. While many students would say that math was not their favorite subject or strength, they would always leave Ms. Giuliano's class saying, "I get it now, and you've made that fun for me." Ms. Giuliano has experienced so many events in her life at Atkinson. She married her husband, Mark, a former teacher at Atkinson, whom she met here, and raised her 2 daughters, Melanie and Carly, while simultaneously caring for and about the children in her class. To say this year has not gone as planned would be an understatement. Instead of winding down and savoring the last, with her students and colleagues, Ms. Giuliano found herself 11 weeks from retirement, learning a ton of new technology on the fly and suddenly having to teach from home. Like a true professional she has always been, Ms. Giuliano has gone above and beyond, providing the most meaningful learning to her students, keeping her sense of humor and making learning fun. Ms. Giuliano has been an incredible teacher, inspiring her students during these unprecedented times and continuing to provide the best opportunity of success possible for all of her students. Lisa, we thank you for all your years of dedicated service to the Freeport community and wish you the best in your retirement.
Thank you, Mr. Fee. Thank you, everybody. Congratulations to all the other retirees. And it's funny to start off with DeBrickashaw. Everyone knows my love for football. But I wish everyone the best of luck and thank you so much.
You're quite welcome. Thank you, Lisa. Okay, next at Atkinson. Yes, we had a number of them. Next at Atkinson is Daria Jackson. After working for the New York City Public Schools for 6 years as a special education teacher, Daria Jackson started her career as a life skills teacher in Brooklyn. She decided to bring her expertise and love of education to Freeport in 2002. Daria started at Atkinson, where she taught inclusion, self-contained, and life skill classes. After 12 years at Atkinson, she moved to Bayview and Gilman before returning and closing her career back where she started here in Freeport. Daria is a warm and loving teacher who truly has a strong connection with her students. She is always smiling and interacting with the children. She's truly going to be missed by all. Ms. Cassidy is a TA who works closely with Daria, stated, "Daria is one funny lady, always with silly jokes to her students. An example, let's get a crack-a-lackin'." The boys in Daria's class would love when she brought her Brooklyn roots to her class. They would laugh most when she would say, "Do you want me to go Brooklyn on you?" Daria, we hope that you enjoy retirement. We thank you for your dedication to our students and families in Freeport. You are going to be dearly missed. Remember, you're more than welcome to visit. Thank you, Daria.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Fee. I just want to say thank you to everyone that has embraced me because like Lourdes said, it's a totally different world coming from the city into the suburbs. So I want to thank you, Mr. Fee, for helping me to become acclimated along with Caroline Gualtieri. She was very instrumental in helping me, Loida as well. You know, she was there already. Arlene, Wendy Jackson, and Lakeisha Lloyd. And if it wasn't for those people, it would have been even more challenging. So thank you for embracing me. Atkinson is filled with a lot of creativity. So I learned a lot being a inclusion teacher. I got a chance to work with a lot of teachers and see a lot of teaching styles. So just take that creativity into 2021 and wrap it up with some digital learning. And I wish you guys all the best. And thank you so much again.
Welcome, Daria. Thank you. Next for Atkinson, we have Ruth Smith. Miss Ruth Smith has been a member of the Freeport family for the past 36 years. And if you ask Miss Smith what her fondest memory has been as a teacher, she would probably reply, having former students come back and tell her that she has been a major influence in their lives. As you pass Miss Smith's classroom, one would never know she was retiring this year. Her classroom was always filled with progressive energy and students hanging on to her every word. Working in an inclusive classroom with her co-teacher, Mr. Caldwell, she could be seen talking to a student by a door, working with a student in the classroom or in front of the classroom presenting, while Mr. Caldwell was assisting throughout the room.
Yeah, that's not me.
No, that's not Miss Smith. That's not Ruth. She always has high expectations and refuses. There we go. Has high expectations and refuses to accept less from her students than they're truly capable of. According to her co-teacher, Mr. Caldwell, Ms. Smith has defined what all educators strive to be. She personifies professionalism, dedication, compassion, and strength. From the moment she began in 1984, Ms. Smith has devoted her professional life to education, social growth, emotional well-being, and the personal safety of countless children of Freeport. Her commitment to her craft and her passion for children is impossible to equal. And this from another colleague, Ms. Alicia Smith, her daughter-in-law. Those who have had the pleasure to know her are cognizant of the fact that she never has a hair out of place. She will utilize a ruler to write almost anything, and she certainly doesn't tolerate any mess from anyone. Most importantly, Ruth Smith is known for being an excellent mother to the 4 children she birthed, as well as a phenomenal educator to those students she has taught over the past 36 years. According to Alicia, she can recall the summer of 2005 when she purchased a book bag, when Ms. Smith purchased a book bag for me full of teaching supplies and resources needed to start off my career as an educator in the right way. Her presence at Atkinson has provided Alicia with a sense of comfort, whether it be seeking advice from a professional standpoint or lending an ear regarding a personal matter. Ruth, we thank and salute you for your years of dedication to the children of Freeport. You will be missed.
Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Freeport. 36 years is a long time, but it flew by in the blink of an eye. I will miss all of you, but I am so looking forward to spending time with my husband, my children, my grandchildren, and just not having to work on somebody else's clock. Thank you again. Congratulations to all my fellow retirees. Enjoy your retirement. You have earned it.
Thank you, Ruth. And lastly, for Atkinson, we have Ms. Arlene Easter. Arlene Blaze Easter entered the teaching profession in 1988 at Archer Street School, straight out of SUNY New Paltz. In 2001, Arlene brought her math specialist expertise to Atkinson. She held this position along with teacher on special assignment until 2014, when she reconnected with her first love as a classroom teacher of 6th grade students. Ms. Easter's passion for mathematics was evident in her professional development, workshops, her AIS instruction, and her push-in classroom visits. She maintained a wealth of resources in her math office and was always ready to share strategies and materials with her colleagues and students. Even as a 6th grade math science classroom teacher since 2014, her drive to engage and motivate her students proved to be the earmarks of a highly qualified educator. She wears her heart on her sleeve and could often be seen advocating for her students while attending to their social emotional learning, primarily through the Sky Schools techniques. As a Freeport resident, she has worked diligently to bring out the best in our Freeport students. In execution of her duties, she has consistently shown a commitment to excellence, flexibility, compassion, intuitiveness, creativity, and dependability. These qualities, amongst others, made her a past recipient of the Founders Day Award. Ms. Easter has also served as building coordinator for the FTA at both Archer Street and Atkinson. Ms. Easter is a lifelong learner. She is currently a Sky Schools teacher at Atkinson School and is finishing up her certification as a Sky Schools facilitator, which I believe she already earned. The staff and students at Atkinson extend our gratitude for the dynamic role she has played in molding the minds of Freeport youth for the past 32 years. We wish her the very best in her future endeavors. In addition to her love for her students and colleagues, Ms. Easter is a devoted mother of 2 wonderful children, Blaze and Quincy, both products of the Freeport Public Schools. With that, Ms. Easter, we honor and salute you for your years of dedication to the Freeport community and services to the children of Freeport. One piece of advice I'd like to give to Ms. Easter and to all of our retirees as they go into retirement is to live in the pause, that period of time in between breaths when your heart is at rest, your mind is at peace, and there is harmony between you and the world around you. Best of luck.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Freeport. I feel like I definitely have 2 families. I started my family in Freeport, straight out of Brooklyn, and I've been here for 32 years. What a blessing to spend my entire career in one place, in one community. I'm just thankful for all of the memories, all of the connections that I've made, the friends that I've gained in all the buildings that I've worked in all the different capacities. And thank you, Freeport, for being good to my children as well. My daughter is a grad this year, so we're graduating and retiring at the same time. Thank you, Freeport. Love you much.
You're welcome, Arlene. Best of luck. Back to you, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fee. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Ms. Lagonde and to honor our Dodd retirees.
Congratulations to all of the retirees, especially our Dodd retirees. At Dodd, we are certainly a family. We have quite a few retirees this evening, so I'd like to congratulate Miss Nancy Brotkin, Joni Caggiano, Luz Espinal, Susan Martin, Felice Nyland, Susan Rogers, Margaret Samaroff, and Carrie Saylor. So first, Miss Brotkin, what can I say about Nancy? We have nicknames and we always share really who they are. And Nancy is the loving listener. She is one of the kindest, most compassionate teachers I've had the pleasure to work with. Do not mistake her silence for anything other than just attentive listening. She is so compassionate with the students. She started in the Freeport School District in 1984 and has taught at Dodd for her entire career. She has taught all levels in 7th and 8th grade. However, I think her favorite place to teach is in the inclusion classroom, where she showers those babies with so much love, with just so much attention. It is, when you walk into that room, it is truly palpable. She is always wearing a smile on her face as she discusses literature and really creates space in the classroom for students to be able to be heard and for them to express their ideas. So thank you so much, Nancy, for doing that. Nancy shares that she is most proud of the philosophy of inclusion. It is a win-win as students learn ELA and life lessons from each other. She hopes after 36 years, oh my God, doesn't she look fabulous? After 36 years, that her students remember her caring about them above all and conveying to them her love of literature and writing. You are a true example of who a teacher is. Thank you so much, Nancy, for loving our students and really exemplifying that for us here at Dodd Middle School. We love you. We will miss you. The door is open.
Thank you. I just want to say congratulations to all the other retirees, and thank you to my team for making the last few years a lot of fun. Things were never boring. And to the Freeport community that I'm really not leaving, but I'm leaving the everyday school. So thank you.
That's right. Come on back. Come and visit us. Joni Caggiano, affectionately known as Joni. Joni, it's interesting because I spoke about Nancy, who is quiet, and Joni, you know her presence. You know she speaks up and she lets you know exactly how it is. And for your voice, Joni, we appreciate you and we thank you. Joni began here 21 years ago, almost 22 years ago in the Freeport School District. And she has had many changes in the computer lab. In the beginning, the names of all incoming grade 7 students were being entered. And over time, she began to manage Chromebooks, chargers, NWEA, and so many different things. So we thank you, Joni, for being so flexible. I know that you've had to make so many changes and we've had a lot of conversations around that. And she is a true Freeporter. I have to say that she definitely relates to the students and talks to them about Freeport. And who knew that you would become a tech person? So thank you again for your leadership in the computer lab. You feel that the best part of working at Dodd is the people. And again, as a family, we recognize that. There have been many changes over the years. People retired, new teachers have come in, but everyone has always been so nice. Joni states, I didn't mind getting up in the morning as I looked forward to seeing my friends. And that truly is the part that I will miss the most. Thanks for the memories and the friendships. I will treasure them forever. Thank you so much, Joni, again, for your flexibility, for your adaptability, and really for becoming a tech person. So come on over and help the next person.
Yeah, the tech part wasn't so much fun. But yeah, now I get to sleep late and do whatever. So I was ready. Thanks for everything.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Felice Nyland. Congratulations, Miss Nyland. Miss Nyland. Miss Nyland has started working in the Freeport School District for 33 years. She loved her one day at the high school. You are a true Dodd Middle School social worker. In the same office, I believe you worked. I personally call Miss Nyland my detailed-oriented person. She is so incredibly detailed. She is thorough with everything. If I need a report, I call Miss Nyland. I know that when I am in a meeting with Miss Nyland, that her notes are just so copious, so detailed, and so perfect that I can sit back and not take as many notes, because I'll go back to Miss Nyland and say, Miss Nyland, you've got this, right? Where are the notes? And sure enough, in my email, I will have very detailed notes. Thank you so much for taking care of our families and taking care of each other as we grow together at Dodd Middle School. One of her moments of pride, I would say, is really the mentoring program. She has worked with the mentoring program for the past 12 years. The program started mentoring 12 students, and now we mentor over 100 students. Dodd's program is currently the longest running mentoring program in Nassau County. So how do you measure 33 years in a few words? Those are Miss Nyland's reflections. She says, for me, I measure it by the lives of students and families I have been able to hopefully help, impact, and make a difference. My best reward is I still stay in touch with some of those students who are well into their 30s themselves, and I am proud to call no longer a student, but an important person in my life. I'd like for you to know, Felice, that it's not a I hope, it is an absolute definite that you have touched the lives of the students and the families, as well as those of us here who've had the pleasure to work with you. Thank you so much for your passion, and thank you for your commitment to the Freeport School District. We love you. Come and visit.
Thank you very much. 33 years is a long time. It's longer than the age of some of the teachers I work with now. I've seen a lot of people come and go, but I think the thing that stays the same for all of us is that we all love working with our students. So I wish all of the retirees good luck, all of God's blessings in every way. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Felice. Thank you. Our nurse extraordinaire here at Dodd Middle School, Margaret Samaroff, affectionately known as Peggy. Peggy began her career 26 years ago. She previously worked as a registered nurse in the Long Beach Memorial Hospital for 17 years. Now look at her, how fabulous does she look? No way, don't even add those numbers, okay? For me, Peggy exemplifies tough love. As you know, the nurse's office is one of the busiest places that you can visit, and sometimes some of us are in panic. I'm not talking about myself, wink, wink. But as you walk into the nurse's office, Peggy and her fellow nurse who's retiring right now, Nurse Warren, also always have it under control. You would never notice who's bleeding, who's throwing up, or whatever is happening in that nurse's office. Peggy finds a way to make eye contact with you to let you know it's under control. And she knows all of the policies and procedures for concussions, notifying parents, notifying families. So by the time I walk into her office, she goes, I've got this. It's all under control, Joanne. Now you know. And when it's an emergency, I know who to depend on. And we've had quite a few of them. And the way that you show up, Peggy, the way that you attend to the emergencies with such a calm nature, we certainly appreciate you. So in retirement, Peggy plans to continue working in the Freeport Twilight program. I don't know if many of you have gone to either the high school or New Visions, but she hasn't stopped working. She has shown up as a nurse to take our temperatures, to make sure, she made sure that I took my temperature when I went to the high school to ensure safety for everyone. So she is a gem. She hopes to spend more time with her husband, Mitch, who is on the screen here, her daughter, Sarah, son and daughter-in-law, Stephen and Ximena, and her new grandson, Sebastian. Peggy also loves to travel, and on the list is a trip to Galapagos Islands and Machu Picchu. And of course, Peggy is a Freeporter. Thank you, Peggy. I will absolutely miss you, but as you've said to me, and I hope you keep your word, I will be calling on you, because no one knows procedures and policies in that health office as you do. We love you. We appreciate you. Lunch is on me.
Thank you for the kind words, Joanne. Congratulations to my fellow retirees. It's been an honor working in Freeport for the 26 plus years, and I really will miss everyone. Thank you.
Thank you so much. The very best of luck to all of you.
All right. Thank you very much, Ms. Lagande. At this time, I would like to invite Mr. Mill to recognize our retirees from Freeport High School.
Thanks, Ben. Special congratulations to all retirees. More special thanks to those in other buildings that I know so well, Ruth, Lori, Peggy, and of course, Arlene. Congratulations to you ladies. I'm very happy for you. Also special recognition to Jimmy Taylor. Even though he was married, as she eloquently put, at Bayview, he'll always be in our hearts at FHS. So much love to Jimmy and his family. First, I'd like to talk about Miss Leslie Price. Leslie Price graduated from Queens College in 1978 with a BA in Communication Arts and Sciences. She's a level 3 certified teaching assistant who received her level 1 certification in 2007 and started working at Long Beach High School. We won't talk about that. Ms. Price achieved her level 3 certification in 2008. She came to Freeport High School in December 2010, where she had one-to-one students of all levels from life skills to general education. Her finest achievement at Freeport High School was when her student Angel Ramos overachieved his IEP goals, and where she was invited to a special luncheon and award ceremony with Miss Billy, Dr. Yepes, and other individuals from all over Long Island. She's a licensed real estate broker and a notary public. It took me 10 years and I just found out she's a notary. We'll talk about that later, Leslie. She has been married for 36 years and 1 child. She lives in Long Beach and loves to travel all over and all the excitement that it offers. Leslie has been an integral part of Freeport High School. She's assisted me in helping the students at the school as the principal. She's left an indelible mark in our school community. We will miss her. Congratulations, Leslie, on your retirement.
Thank you, Mr. Mill.
Congratulations, Leslie.
Thank you.
The next recipient or retiree I'd like to announce is Miss, affectionately known as Ginny. Ginny arrived at FHS in 1988 for her 7th year of teaching after graduating from SUNY Purchase in 1982 and attaining her master's from the City of New York Hunter in 1987. She worked hard teaching 9th graders and advising them in its academic and vintage while embracing summer fellowship seminars and institutes sponsored by the National Endowment for the Humanities. She studied Shakespeare in Ashland, Oregon, and returned to the East Coast to drive into Milton, JMW Turner, and Melville. After she married Eugene DeFrancis and had 2 sons, she pursued interests closer to home. She became one of the faces of the PIP program and plan designed by the team of Freeport educators to address impending curricular changes by the state. Working with others to lead the school was such an inspiring endeavor that she volunteered and later chaired the district's teacher center. She engaged in the New York State's Academy for Teaching and Learning at NYSET's ER&D program. She was also chosen as Educator of Excellence by NYSED in 2007. Ms. Schmidt worked in the PIP program until the district dissolved it. Next, she taught the AP literature for 5 years and advised flashings for 5 more years. After federal, state, district top-down changes in education dried up most of the teacher-directed leadership opportunities, Ms. Schmidt enrolled in enough administration courses to realize that this path was not for her. She requested to teach Honors 10 in order to instill in younger students what she had learned from raising her own sons. Those focused in STEAM, STEM, read well to achieve scholarships to college. For those last few years, Ms. Schmidt has strived to help AP language students find their voices and return to co-advising Vintage to complete the circle in which she began over 3 decades ago. I respect Ginny as an educator, a person, and a friend. Her principles stand firm at Freeport High School. Even though we had some of our battles, we will miss you, and we love you, and good luck in your retirement. Take care, Jimmy.
Thank you. Congratulations to everybody else.
At this time, I'd like to present Sarah Melise. Sarah Melise is a dedicated nurse and public health professional with over 40 years of service. Sarah has rooted her life's work in providing equitable access to health services as evident by the various programs and services she has worked to establish in Freeport Public Schools over her 26 years of professional work with the district. Sarah first attended Adelphi University Bachelor's of Science in the Nursing program. She accumulated 20 years of acute hospital care before pivoting the direction of her work towards education. She began substitute school nursing in 1988 and completed her Master's of Education at Adelphi University and grew into a full-time position at Columbus Avenue Early Childhood Center starting in 1994. In 1998, her work transitioned to the high school, where the past 22 years, Sarah has been the lead school nurse. During her tenure, Sarah built ambitious programs to further access knowledge sharing with public health nursing. She has served as an advisor for HOSA, Health Occupational Students of America Association, that works with high school age students to understand the full range of care that nurses provide in different sectors of the healthcare industry. Students can take on leadership roles within this organization. The New York Blood Center blood drives at the high school are work alongside senior nursing students from Malloy College through a professional development program. Most recently, Sarah conceptualized the school-based health center and fully staffed clinic providing physical and behavioral health care services for all the students at FHS. I've known Sarah a long time. We've had many experiences together that I will miss. She is truly someone that has left an impact at Freeport High School. We love her dearly. We will miss her greatly, but I'm very happy for you, Sarah. And the doors of Freeport High School will always be open to you. Congratulations, Sarah, on your retirement.
Thank you, Joe. Those are very kind words. I am so blessed to have had the opportunity to work in Freeport. Sorry, I'm not your rock, but I leave with many good memories. Congratulations, everyone, and thank you again.
Congratulations, Sarah.
My final honoree, Dr. Yepes. Hey, Essie. When I first started as a special ed teacher, Essie was one of the first individuals that I bumped into, besides Mr. Yarmola. And I could share many stories off the record and on the record, but we'll leave those for another day and time. So I'll stick to the script, Essie, or maybe later.
Thank you.
Dr. Esperanza Yepes was born in she had 2 sisters and one brother. She attended the Bartholomew's Catholic Elementary School from 1st to 8th grades, Dominican Academies from 1970 to 1974, and St. Francis College, 1974 to 1978. She received her master's degree from Hofstra University in 1980 and a PhD in school and clinical psychology from Hofstra University in 1984. Dr. Yepes was interviewed and hired by Freeport Public School District in August of 1980. Ever since then, she has worked as one of the only bilingual psychologists on Long Island. She slowly started developing ways of assessing Hispanic students who were recent migrants from different countries. During that time, there was only 8% Hispanic students in the district. She worked part-time for 3 years as a bilingual psychologist in the district. She was hired part-time and placed at the Columbus Avenue School and the Bayview Avenue School and offered district bilingual services. In 1983, She was placed at Atkinson School and Freeport School and worked district bilingual services. From 1980 to the year 2000, she had a private practice and helped develop the Hispanic Counseling Center. Essie became the chairperson of the board until the year 2000. She wrote the mental health license of Hispanic Counseling Center and helped Ms. Gladys Serrano, the director of HCC, to hire the trained bilingual staff. They developed multiple programs such as the youth program, the drug and alcohol program, and the mental health program. This is one of the major accomplishments in her life, something she is very proud of. Freeport has been her life for the past 40 years. She has made great friends who will keep forever in her heart. It has presented limitless possibilities and great challenges as a psychologist. She has worked with great integrity and built a great reputation throughout her life. Essie, one of the straight shooters in this world. She tells it like it is. She has held me accountable on many different occasions. She's not afraid to speak her mind. Sometimes she says things to me she shouldn't say, but we'll get past that. Essie, I love you. Have a great retirement. We'll miss you dearly, and good luck in the future. Congratulations.
Thank you, Joe. Congratulations to everyone. I'm like Sarah. If I talk too much, I start crying, but 40 years has been a long time, yet a very short time. So I thank you for everything and good luck.
Congratulations. I'll turn it back to Mr. Roberts.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mill. At this time, I would just like to actually ask, I know we had a little bit of a technical issue at the beginning. If Ms. Crespi would like to say something, I think we missed her cameo at the front, but if I could put you on the spotlight for a second. And if you'd like to just say anything to our retirees and have a chance to just to make any comments, please do so.
Well, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Yeah, I have trouble with the mic every so often, freezing. And anyway, thank you so much. Freeport has been the world to me, everything. I have a loving family, and Freeport and the children and has always been a huge part of my life, day and night. I'm very grateful for the opportunity to have been able to work here and to have shared it with the Archer Street School family. The love that has emanated from the students and the administration and the teachers, I just will always remember, and Freeport will always be part of my heart. I'm just very grateful to have had the opportunity to share this time of my life. So thank you, and I congratulate all of you, and thank you for the opportunity to speak. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Crespi. At this point, I want to just exude my thanks and appreciation to all of our retirees. I can't thank you enough. I don't know how many of my initial comments got cut off. I know I had some technical issues at the beginning, but your dedication to the Freeport schools, your commitment, your love for the students will not be forgotten. I wish you all great success in your next chapter of your lives and in retirement. Your families deserve to spend this great time with all of you. And I wish you the best final days of the school year, a great summer, and tremendous success and happiness in your future endeavors. So at this point, I'll just see if Dr. Kuncham would like to make any last remarks for the retirees, and we will conclude our meeting.
Thank you, Mr. Roberts. Once again, my hearty congratulations to each. Can you hear me? No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
my
we
hearty
hear you.
Congratulations to you and to your families. I know it's hard to do justice for the 928 years of service in about 90 minutes. But thank you again for your amazing and extraordinary services to our children. At this time, I'm going to turn this over to President Kite and members of the board for their remarks, please. Mr. Kite? You have to unmute, Mr. Kite, please unmute. Yes.
Unmuted.
Yep, yes.
Turn it over first to Mrs. Vice President, Mrs. Lancaster.
Congratulations to all our retirees. As you know, you'll always be part of the Freeport community and you will be missed. Enjoy your retirement. Take on the projects that you've been planning to do for years. And if you get bored, you're welcome to come back and visit us. We'll miss you and good luck.
Thank you. Deron Ellaby.
Mr. Ellaby, he will not be able to join us, Mr. Kite.
Okay, all right. Maria Jordan Howell.
Thank you so much, everyone, for all your years of service and for being there for all our children and our families all the time. I'm going to miss many of you, and I wish you all the best always. Enjoy your retirement and have fun.
Thank you.
Gabby. Ms. Castillo. Oh, she got nice.
Yes.
Congratulations to all our wonderful retirees. Again, thank you for all your years. I have to give a shout out to Ms. Schmidt. She may not remember me. You've had so many students, but I had you in high school and I enjoyed English so much because of you. So thank you for your years of service to our district. It's wonderful to see so many teachers, although I didn't have you all, but I knew you. I had friends that had you. And to see just the number of years that you've put into our district means a lot to us. Also, thank you for the last few weeks. We know that everything just was changed. The world changed for all of us. Thank you so much for stepping up and doing everything that you've done for our children. We know it hasn't been easy. Thank you for rising to this challenge. I know it is a year that you will never forget, not only because it was your year of retirement, but because of the global pandemic that we were facing during these last few months. Just thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of your service. You will be missed. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Gabby. And on behalf of the Board of Education, the students and the parents and the staff, I hope you couldn't see me, but I know a lot of you. Unfortunately, I can't go on due to the fact that we have a board meeting coming up, but we will get back to you. But I congratulate all of you on your retirement. I've had personal dealings with a number of you throughout the district, and based on the accolades and the words given by your principals about you and your staff, I'm so happy for you. Well deserved. Please enjoy your retirement. You will definitely remember. I mean, you can't make this up. I mean, you went out in 2020 in an unbelievable year.
Yes.
I can't make it up. So listen, you've gotten by. You can do this. I wish you the very best. From one retiree to all of you, enjoy. Please, you worked your ass. And thank you very much on behalf of the Freeport Board of Education.
Thank you, Mr. Kite.
Thank you, Mr. Kite.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Kite and trustees. Remember, in your new roles as retirees, you continue to be the change makers. So congratulations again. Have a wonderful retirement, and we are just a phone call away. Have a great night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.